Hi everyone and welcome back to Maths and Physics with Mr. Simons. Today's lesson on functions, we're looking at parabola and straight line. Right? We're looking at the first variation, the basic that we've taught you in grade 10. We give you equation of a parabola and you answer questions from that equation. Right? So let's look at this exam question. It comes from June 2022. Objective, we're trying to get you exam ready. So June 2022, sketch below is the graph of f of x equal minus x squared minus 6x plus 7. And you can see when x squared is negative, the graph is sad face. It's curving pointing down. Right, 6.1, calculate the coordinates of E, the turning point of f of x. We want the coordinates of the turning point. Write down the value of k for 1 mark. So there we want what k is. So we're going to test substitution. Determine the equation of a straight line passing through C and D for 4 marks. So we want a straight line that goes through C and D. Right? So that's the question. As I said, this is basics. You should know it from grade 10. You can attempt it. See how much you can get out of the 8 marks. See where you go wrong, so that we can fix that errors, right? 6.1, calculate the coordinates of E, the turning point of f of x for 3 marks. So first we always have to find the axis of symmetry when we find the turning point. So for axis of symmetry, we will always use the equation x equal minus b over 2a. So remember, in front of x squared is my coefficient, which is a. Coefficient in front of x is my b, and the coefficient after that is referred to as c. So a here is minus 1, b is minus 6, and c is 7. So for axis of symmetry, negative b would be minus 6. For a, 2 times the a value, which is negative 1. Remember, there's an invisible 1 in front of x squared. So negative times negative gives me positive 6. 2 times negative 1 gives me negative 2. 6 divided by negative 2 gives me negative 3. So that's the x value of my turning point, or called the axis of symmetry. And that will be substituted back in the original equation to find the y value. Right? So there, instead of x, minus 3. Which then becomes minus, in brackets, minus 3 squared. Minus 6 in brackets times minus 3 plus 7. So negative times negative, positive, 3 times 3, 9. That 9 times that negative would give me negative 9. Negative 6 times negative 3 would give me positive 18. So 18 minus 9 gives me 9. And 9 plus 7 then gives me 16. So my coordinates for my turning point, x is minus 3 and my y value is 16. Right, so I hope you follow and you understand. Right, next question. Write down the value of k. So we have the equation. They've given me the x value and we're just testing, can you substitute the x value in there to get the y value. So there t minus 5 and k states that x is negative 5 when y is k. So there, instead of writing f of x, k, x squared would become minus 5 squared, which gives me 25 times that, negative 25. Negative 6 times negative 5, which gives me positive 30. 30 minus 25 gives me 5. 5 plus 7 then gives me 12. Right, so very basic, but yeah, we need to know the basics before we can take on the more complex problems. Determine the equation of the straight line passing through C and D. So there we have C and there we have D. So we need to get the coordinates of C. C is the y-intercept of the parabola. So for y-intercept, I assume you remember, we make x equal to 0. So if x is 0 there, and that is 0, 0, and 0 falls away, and I'm left with 7. So coordinates of C is 0 and 7. And D there we must found was minus 5 and 12. So now we have y equal mx plus c. But remember, the y-intercept for the straight line would go through c as well. Therefore, that small c value there is plus 7. Right? Now, if I substitute minus 5 and 12 into the equation, this states that x is minus 5 when y is 12. So that gives me then minus 5m plus 7 equal 12. If I take 7 over, 12 minus 7 would give me 5. Negative 5m, 5 divided by negative 5 gives me negative 1. So my gradient equal negative 1. Therefore, my equation now becomes y equal negative 1x plus 7. Right, so I hope you understand, I hope you followed. We're going to have to continue practicing, but we're definitely going to ask you the parabola question or what another graph. It's one of those compulsory questions. But together we will master it. God bless. Bye.